427,000 people incarcerated in Russia, or the 451,000 people incarcerated in India. The United States has only 5% of the world's population, yet has over 20% of the world's incarcerated population. As of June 2020, 46,657 members of America's incarcerated population are here in Ohio. That is 46,657 of our spouses, our parents, our children, our brothers, and our sisters. It's currently estimated that between 2.3% to 5% of those incarcerated are wrongfully convicted. In Ohio alone, that would be 1,073 to 2,333 people. The case I'm here to represent today is Patrick Shane Rafferty. Everybody knows him as Shane. He was convicted in April 2006 for a murder that happened in February 2005. For 15 years, Shane has maintained his innocence for the crimes that he was convicted of. Evidence to his innocence is abundant, but has been ignored by Summit County courts for all these years. Even though Shane has maintained his innocence, and the co-defendants' tales continued to change, he was found guilty by the courts. He was never given a chance and was guilty until proven innocent. The prosecution had their narrative set, and it didn't matter what the police statements or evidence were to show. The co-defendants' statements changed numerous times. At the beginning, the majority of the co-defendants claimed that the victim was killed due to an affair with another co-defendant's girlfriend. Later, they changed this narrative to that it was a jealousy issue. Even though this was proven to be false, with phone records and a lot of other evidence. There's video proving that Shane wasn't even present with his co-defendants when they claimed. Yet the video is ignored, and the prosecution claimed that a person just couldn't tell. There was evidence from the autopsy of the victim that proves that the co-defendants lied even further. All the co-defendants claim that the victim was there drinking with them all night, yet, according to the autopsy, his blood alcohol level was only half the legal limit, which suggests he only had 1, maybe 2 beers at the most, which supports Shane's claim that he stayed for a couple beers, got into a fight with the co-defendant, and left. There was more evidence found at the scene. An object found in the victim's hand, a second necklace found near the body, neither of which was ever tested. The necklace alone, from rubbing against skin on the neck, could have very well held DNA evidence, and they never tested it. The only evidence they used was a shop vac that they were told by a co-defendant was used to clean up after the crime. Only problem with that was Shane's was the only DNA on it. It was only a 1 in 83 match. So at least one other person in that courtroom matched it just as much as he did. And there was absolutely no DNA from the victim inside or on that shop vac. Prosecutors called a total of 19 witnesses, mostly professionals that worked the case. Shane was only allowed 3 witnesses besides himself to testify. Important witnesses weren't called, such as the girlfriend of the co-defendant, who made police statements regarding the co-defendant's admission to that he committed the murder, and another person that also called the police about a co-defendant admitting to the murder. Neither of these police statements were ever used in court or even turned over to Shane's attorneys. The co-defendants had every reason to lie in court. 2 of the 4 co-defendants were also facing the death penalty. In total, 3 of them received 23 or 26 to life. 1 received 1 year of work release.